first camp, despite defeat, how much of a special moment was that for you?
Yeah, obviously it was probably the biggest moment of my life to date. Yeah, it's just crazy really. It hasn't really sunk in. I don't think it will until the season's over really and get to chill out and really look back on the season as a whole. So yeah, I don't think it's even sunk in yet.
And when you look back at your junior career, I saw tweets on Saturday night from Glamorgan Wanderers, Cairo Ely, Club Rugby, Cymru Caerdydd, everybody was chipping in.
Yeah, I think they love to jump on the bandwagon kind of thing. But I didn't really have a club growing up. I was pretty much all over the shop. So thanks to all those clubs I did go through. But I didn't have a main one. So yeah.
Well, what's this been like for you? You've been involved in the camp. This is your first taste of getting on the field. You've been under 20s last year. What I'm asking is, it's a daunting task going to Ireland anyway, but did that faze you at all, or were you just looking forward to it all the time?
Nah, it didn't really faze me, to be honest. I've been pretty much the same. I was just thinking about the next day, so I wasn't really worried about too much. The Friday night before the game, I was more nervous than the Saturday. Until when we got on the pitch and stuff, we were warming up, it was fine. Even on the way there, I don't know why I wasn't. I had a little bit of nerves, that's good, but I wasn't that nervous. I think I was just more composed more than anything, just trying to keep my mind on task kind of thing.
I can't remember memory now because these games are a blur, but when you came on, it was it was at that third quarter where it was quite sort of back and forth, wasn't it?
Yeah.
End-to-end stuff.
Yeah, it was very close for me. Come on, and obviously we got that try. Then might be a different game, but yeah.
How's it been for you in the squad this year? Has it helped you that other players similar age to you have been brought in?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, most of us young boys are from Cardiff as well. So going through, well, really, we all started this year at Cardiff at the start of the pre-season. I know Cam in it, and Manny's been around the first team squad a little bit. But me, Ev Lloyd, some of the other boys, we're still quite fresh to the professional environment anyway. So it's like we've gone step from Cardiff to here, so it's been really enjoyable doing it with them.
You mentioned Cam, it must be such an inspiration seeing someone who's hardly put a foot wrong, isn't he?
Yeah.
The fact that you can make that jump from regional level to the international stage.
Yeah, he's been like that forever. I've played with him from under 18s to semi-professional, under 20s for Cardiff and for Wales. So I played for him for 5 different teams and 5 different levels, and he's always been the same. Takes everything in his stride, and he's an amazing player and he's a great bloke as well.
You've had a taste of it. Sure, like everybody else, you'd be gunning to create an impression in training, and the dream is to get a start.
Yeah, that is the dream, to get a start, and when they think I'm ready, I'm sure they'll put me in if they do think I'm ready. But until then, I keep working hard until blessed with an opportunity to do so.
Hamish?
Are you allowing yourself to dream of running out to the Principality Stadium?
I mean, I haven't really thought about it. I'd rather look at the team sheet and be excited than look at the team sheet and be disappointed. So in my mind, I'll just not worry about it until the day comes, and if I am picked, then happy days, God bless. And if I'm not, then I'll keep working hard to get picked. So I'm not riding on getting picked. I don't want to say my mind I'm going to get picked, nothing like that. I'd rather just worry about today's training and worry about tomorrow's training.
2 games, so pretty high chance you play in at least one.
I mean, I hope so. God bless, I do. But if I don't, then I'm sure there'll be something I need to work on. So, yeah.
This season in terms of you've gone away to Toulouse, you've gone away to Dublin, they're not making it easy for you. So the fact you're coming through, in a way, does that make you feel a little bit better?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, obviously blessed by fire, which is obviously what I've been like growing up anyway, from where I'm from. So it's going to those big stadiums and the amount of pressure people feel. I think I've enjoyed the pressure really. I think it makes me play better when I'm under pressure. So I've enjoyed it.
Not a huge number of internationals coming from outside of Cardiff. Do you feel you can be a bit of a trailblazer as well?
I mean, I hope so. I hope the kids can look up to me. So I hope so.
Thank you.
Ben?
What's the reaction been like in Ely? There's a lot of kids with similar haircuts.
Where'd you get that from? Yeah, I mean, when I went down the other week before I even made my debut, there was a good few of them. Like, they come up to me and was like, oh, "I've got the same age as you," that type of thing. All theirs look better than mine though, so I was a bit jealous.
It's been a whirlwind season, hasn't it? I think it's been like 100 days since you were playing at St. Helens.
I don't even, yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Obviously, I started the season with Cardiff FC and played a few games for them, and then luckily gave me the opportunity to play for Cardiff, and took the opportunity, and that's exactly what I want to do here. So I haven't really thought about it like in the whole season. Like, I've just really just worried about the next training session or thinking about the next day kind of thing, not getting too far ahead or thinking too much in the past kind of thing.
And what about your family? They were out in Dublin. I assume it must have been special.
Yeah, I think they felt it more than me, because obviously I was so in the moment. Like, it was just like another game, if that makes sense. Like, I was so focused and fixated on the game, trying to win, that that they felt it more than me. Like, when I come off the pitch, they were crying. You know what it's like. But yeah, and yeah, I think they felt it. Like, when I got home as well, my family back here who couldn't make it out there, they were obviously crying and stuff and really emotional, and yeah, so.
You're as near to starting now. Obviously, you've never been. What would be the opposite of that for you, Mackenzie? When were you this far away, do you think? When did this feel like an impossible dream to you?
Last year for Cardiff, just before the 20s, they weren't sure if they were going to give me another contract, so obviously I played well in the under-20s, so luckily I did get another one. But that was probably the moment where I thought it could go either way here, But yeah, I've never really, even this season I didn't really think, Wales wasn't in my mind. It was just about the next game, the next training sessions. There's always been like that though. I've always worried about that. When I was playing for Cardiff FC, I was worried about the next game. On the 20s, I was worried about that next game. I wasn't worrying too much about the future. Obviously, it's in the back of your mind, but you're not constantly worrying about it, because otherwise, you just forget in the game ahead, and that's the biggest thing really.
If that contract hadn't come, what was the plan B?
I just didn't have one. I backed myself to get one, and luckily I did. I did go, and obviously I knew I had to have a really good Six Nations tournament, and and luckily I started for those games, and just give my best shot, and in the end I go. And so yeah, I just kind of just backed myself. And yeah, and if rugby didn't work out, then I'm sure I'd be working hard somewhere else.
Mackenzie, can I just ask you about your childhood growing up in Ely? What was that like? How that's got you to what were some of the things you learned and were taught from a young age that's got you to being an international rugby player?
Definitely hard working, I think, and rough around the edges kind of thing. Growing up, it was obviously not the easiest as anybody can imagine, but my family's always been great, and I've learned from them. You always got to work hard kind of thing. My dad's one of the hardest workers I know, so take a lot from him, and yeah, it's just doesn't matter where you come from, you can still get out there. My older brother Shay and my dad, they really let me know that it doesn't matter where I come from, I can still make it out here kind of thing. Or not out of there, but kind of make something of myself.
And what's your dad's name? What's he do?
Stuart, he's actually retired now. He got arthritis in his back, so he can't work anymore. But yeah, so he's done loads of jobs here. He's always put food on the table kind of thing. He's worked in warehouses. He's delivered milk. He's done loads of things. He had his own business one time, so he's always been on the go, always feeding us, that type of thing. So that gives me inspiration to keep working hard.
Is that something that you take into your rugby?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, he gets up every day. Well, obviously nowadays he's quieting down, but he'd get up every day, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever it was. Even though he didn't want to, he'd still get up and he'd still go to work every day without fail. So taking that in, and no matter how tired he was, no matter how much he was hurting, he'd still get up and go. So that gives me inspiration whenever I'm hurting or I'm tired. I know I still got to get up and go.
Who was your sort of hero growing up then, Mackenzie? Was it always rugby for you, or was there any other sport? And who was your go-to man?
There's only one, and Louis Faletau. He's the man, you know. Faletau.
Oh,
Yeah, Louis Faletau. He's definitely growing up. I remember obviously watch Wales. I didn't really watch regional rugby when I was really young. I just watched films with my dad and stuff, but we'd always watch Wales together. And like every time we see him, like my dad would say he is amazing, like, and then just seeing how he played. Obviously when you're younger you don't really understand it, but from a certain age, and when I transitioned to back row when I was about 16, always just try to follow his footsteps and how he played the game. Obviously with a little bit of different players, but still the way he works around the field and still the way he carries himself, that's, you know, inspiration to me as well.
And what about training with him now?
Well, I haven't been fortunate to train with him yet because he has been injured, yeah, which is...
But he's been in and around you.
Oh.
And when you first got the chance to sit alongside him and say, "Can I pick your brains?" How was that?
Crazy, absolutely crazy. Obviously, he's obviously my favourite player and one of the biggest stars, and being able to sit down with him and have coffee and stuff. Before the Ireland game, I actually sat down and had a coffee with him, and we just went through the Connacht game when I played for Cardiff, and yeah, and he was just, you know, he's so welcoming, and yeah, and he's just amazing to work with. Manny would say the same thing, you know, he's just great to work with.
Can you be as good as him?
We'll soon find out, won't we?
Would that be the goal?
Yeah, of course. He's one of the best number 8s in the world, so, well, for me, he is the best number 8 in the world, so if I can even replicate that a little bit, then I'll be doing myself proud.
And finish up with Gareth.
Just one, how important is your faith to your family?
So I would say?
How important is your faith to your religion to your family?
Oh, well, for me, it's massively important. Like, kids growing up, you know, they need something to put their effort into, especially from where I'm from. You know, mine was rugby, whether it's football or whatever it is, or whether it's working. They all need something to put their minds into and their efforts into. And everybody always thinks that, like, not rugby saved me, but rugby put me on the right path, when it was God that helped me do that. God put that opportunity in my life. So that's how strong my faith is. And yeah, that's why I always say all glory to God and stuff like that, just because I wouldn't have had the opportunities without him.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.